Okay, this is day 46. I'm going to do the comments for the first two videos, and I think you'll see how all this is kind of connected now. Um, Last night it was great because all the videos I did yesterday were the fodder for Tucker Carlson, the whole hour, and then Hannity, the whole hour. Even Laura Ingraham and Brett Baer have picked up on this as 20 Watergates, as Karlstrom has said. But the first thing is that the mainstream media has to recognize that Strokes and Page are the key to the whole thing. They're the henchmen and henchwoman of Andrew McCabe. So that was out there last night. Now they still have this text message. Oh, they just sent nasty text messages about Trump. That's where we are today. Now I'm going to move everybody a little bit forward again. This is Fusion GPS, okay? They're taking the dossier process. You collect it with the Awans, you move it to the dossiers with Fusion GPS, and then you do reprisals with the FBI. And this Strokes and Page are that how you do reprisals. You forward it as a series of unrelated messages, but you send a couple of pieces of the dossier over here one day and then a couple more pieces over there. And what you're doing is you're doing the deep dives. You're doing the messages from Flynn to Kislyak. You're doing the Jared Kushner messages. You're sending them over like you're just picking these up one at a time, like you don't already have this sitting over in a micro-packed case management system over at Fusion GPS. Now, I'm not sure if they use micro-packed at Fusion GPS or what the case management system is, but it's going to be a case management system a lot like Teresa Grafenstein's case management system. I'm not saying Teresa Grafenstein's case management system is being used by Fusion GPS. I'm not saying Teresa Grafenstein's case management system is being used at Fusion GPS. But somebody, if you had access to a case management system like Teresa Grafenstein has at Fusion GPS, you could query that system and then send little bits and pieces of the dossier like text messages, and you could make it look like actual investigative work. And if you're a fake and a phony like Peter Strzok, that works out really well because everybody actually thinks you're an FBI agent. So the other piece to this is when you find smoke, when you find a conversation between Flynn and Strzok, or Flynn and Kislyak, you then need a FISA warrant. You need a FISA warrant. Well, you're never going to go to a three-judge panel actually with the FISA warrant. But let's just say this is Lisa Page here. You're going to go to Lisa Page and say, hey, Lisa, do that FISA write-up. And then we're going to say it's lost paperwork or it never got over to a judge. Now, if somebody does a warrant like now and does a drill down, then you just run down the street to 333 Constitution in the middle of the night to your favorite judge, and he signs off on it and they backdate it. And then you're good to go. You're going to find this combination. It's not an affair. The reason why they're Zelig, I noticed they even use my Zelig. The reason why they're Zelig and they're everywhere is because it's a tight system. You don't want 18 people involved in this. This is what I keep saying. It's so few people are involved in this with McCabe. These are the two, and I'm not. This isn't Lisa Page, I don't think. But this is how tight it is. They're going to go from place to place to place to place where you need to feed out this Fusion GPS stuff to make it look like there's an investigation. And this has happened over and over again for the last, I would say, 20 years. Now, Lisa Page didn't get involved until 2006. There was a lawyer here in town named Megan something that was used before that, and I don't think really Lisa Page gets into the full swing until about 2008, 2009. But you know the roles change. But basically you have somebody sweeping up after you and covering you in case somebody finds out you're doing illegal surveillance. Okay, so it's just that simple. So that's how that'll come out tonight, I think, on Carlson, and then Hannity picks it up, and then Brett Baer says, you know, there's a story going on around here, but I think it's going to lead to the helicopter and Otay and those helicopter rides I take, so I'm going to only go a little bit of the way.